let's dive in. You know this for sure, that there is in each one of us a feminine energy and a masculine energy. And the way I am explaining this for my clients and in my programs is that the feminine energy is the creativity, right? Is like the magic, the essence that is happening, while the masculine energy is the container, are the structures, is the doing that is holding the feminine energy, is holding the magic, and is also taking it forward into its growth. Now, a very, very important part is understanding this when it comes to our launches, because when it comes to our launches, when it comes to what we are putting into the growth of our businesses, we need to do things and then we need to let go. We need to go and play. And only when we create this balance, we can witness true magic. Most of the times though, in most of the cases where I am, working with my clients and I'm seeing around, I see a disbalance and lack of balance between the doing and the letting go and leaning back. So most of the people, and this is something that I would like you, each one of you, to to search in yourself and to check in which category you are falling, because mostly people are falling in one of these two categories predominantly. Either you are like always on the go, always doing, always creating, always coming up with ideas, always being on the move and not being able to actually stop, because the more you are trying to stop, the more you are thinking about what you should be doing, and then you are really spinning, and then you are not stopping, and you are doing even more, and then you are trying to stop but you cannot stop, and you are always thinking about the doing even when you are not doing, because you are thinking and feeling that you should be doing things all the time. This is the very masculine energy, and while it is important to have it because it is driving the growth, it is the structure that is holding also the feminine, but it's also the forward movement, right? It is really, really important to have it, but if we tend to stay too much in this masculine energy, we burn out. We burn out. This is the first effect. We are burning out, we are feeling depleted, we are feeling overwhelmed, we are feeling like, oh my God, I don't have energy. And many times this also means, and this is something that I'm seeing so freaking often, I'm seeing people not only getting burnt out, but I'm seeing them as a result of their burnout needing to then fall away, to take time off in order to take care of the system that was so vehemently abused. So it's not sustainable to be in the masculine energy all the time. It's not sustainable for your system, for your business, for your growth, and it's detrimental actually for the growth, because when we are doing and then we need to disappear from the face of the earth in order to catch a breath and to be able to heal what we've been damaging in ourselves and to nurture ourselves a little bit, we are not creating consistent growth, and we are not creating a consistent expansion. And the consistent expansion comes from things that are piling up, are adding up through our consistent doing. This is how we are scaling up actually. So most of the people that are doing all the time, and then they are so overwhelmed and burnt out that they need to take time off, usually they have a hard time to grow. The other result of being predominantly in the masculine energy is the fact that we stay in pressure. We stay in pressure much beyond what is required in order to move things forward. And that pressure that is in extra creates resistance in our system. We don't have space to receive. We don't have space to actually get the results of what we want. The energy of pressure, of pushing, it's an energy of resistance, and that is not conducive for receiving. I love this. I love this comparison. It was used by one of my mentors, Stephanie, when she was explaining, when we are obviously leaning forward, but you, as you are listening to what I'm saying, you are leaning back, because this is how we are receiving. We are receiving when we are in a lean back position. So in order to receive, we need to lean back. We need to lean back in order to be able to be creative. We need to lean back in order to receive our inner guidance. We need to lean back in order to receive the results of our doing. Now, there is the other stage that comes exaggerated for other people, another category of people, which is staying predominantly in the feminine energy. And when we stay predominantly in the feminine energy, we feel like we should do more healing. We should be fixing more our energy. We should be taking bubble baths, because we read on the internet that when you take bubble baths, money is flowing in. We should be, just trusting and waiting for the universe to deliver. This is not going to be helpful either by itself, because it's a very passive energy. It's an energy that doesn't have structure, doesn't have the forward movement. What is really, really important is to bring these two energies together, to bring the masculine and the feminine. Now, I will be speaking mostly today about how to tune into the feminine energy, because I feel that most of us, especially most people in my world, are actually the overdoers, the people that are getting burned out, the people that are unable to stop from doing, and that's why they are not getting exactly the results that they desire and they know that are possible and available for them. So it's really a matter of looking at launching and growing business as if we were driving a car. I love this metaphor. When I first heard it, I don't remember exactly where, in order to give a reference, but it just stayed with me. Like, imagine that you are driving a car, and when you are in a curve, what are we doing? When we are really driving in high speed and we are in the middle of a curve, or before entering a curve, actually, for us, the drivers. The thing that we are doing is not to accelerate even more, right? When we are in the car driving in the curve. Actually, there is a moment in there where we need either to take the foot off the gas, or even slightly touch the brake and diminish, right, the speed. And that is the moment when actually we are leaning back, and the effect is that we are gliding. We are riding on the wave of the action that was taken before. We are going into a mode of ease, and this doesn't mean that the car is stopping. This doesn't mean that everything that we've been creating is being lost. It doesn't mean that we are being, catapulted out of the car, even if we drove until there. It means that we are gliding. We are going on, we are riding the wave of what we've been creating so far. And that is the moment when people are receiving money in the bathtub. When they are saying, oh, I was just having fun with my friends and I receive I don't know how much. That's when people are just enjoying their life and having fun with with the friends and playing in their lives, and they are receiving the new clients, they are receiving the payments, and they are seeing how money is just flowing into their accounts. It's not because playing and not doing anything. It's not because of the bubble bath. It's not because just having a meditation moment or having a massage. It's because they were riding the wave of what was already created. They were riding the wave of what was already being done, while leaning back in order to be able to receive. Let me know if this lands, because I felt that this is such a descriptive way of understanding the feminine energy that actually rides on the masculine doing. We are doing, and then at one point we need to take the foot off the gas in order to ride the inertia and not overdo, not have an accident in the example of the car, which in business means overdoing it and getting burnt out, overdoing it and staying then in the pushing and in the resistance, which is a state from where we cannot possibly receive what we want. Because resistance means scarcity. Resistance means lack of space for the thing that we want to flow in. So it's really, really important actually to have these three things in place. The first one is literally self-awareness, like asking ourselves, what am I, doing right now? Am I like overdoing, doing more than it's required, doing more than is necessary, throwing myself into frantic, manic doing just because I feel like there is more to do. I feel that what I've been doing so far is not enough, just because I cannot stop, just because I feel guilty if I'm stopping, just because I feel a void in my life and in what I am doing and in my results, and I feel that I should be pushing more and I should be doing more, and then that's why I'm doing and that's why I cannot stop. Is this the reason, or is this what I'm doing right now? Or I'm in the other position, like I am just waiting for the universe to deliver while I'm just in my head, and I cannot possibly even think of one thing that I should be doing right now, but I'm trusting. And I'm working on my energy, I'm working on my mindset, I'm healing my past trauma, I am working with, shadow work and all the works, and I'm not feeling very well today. Actually today, no, but I'm trusting that I will be delivered the results that I want. What is the state in which we are putting ourselves? It's really, really important to have this self-awareness. Are we the overdoing it until we get burnt out because we cannot stop? We cannot trust ourselves that what we've been doing is enough, or we are in the passive, like completely feminine, floating energy, where we are just waiting for miracles, to flow into our lap or to drop into our lap and the skies to open so that we witness the miracle that we obviously deserve. Important. So it's really, really important to have this awareness. And then it's important, the second thing, it's important to have emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means understanding why we do things, understanding what we are experiencing at any given moment of time, because our energy is always impacted by our emotions, meaning the way we feel about ourselves, about our results, it's either throwing us in masculine energy or in feminine energy. Like if we are really prone structurally to be more in masculine energy, the fact that we are feeling really bad about our results and about where we are in our process, in our growth, in our launch, will be making us to default in manic doing. Like, I don't know why I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I cannot stop. I feel really, really bad if I stop. I'm obsessing with my doing. This is one thing, and we need to understand, or we need to understand if our emotions are pushing us into that inertia of I'm just trusting and staying in my lotus position while waiting for the universe to deliver. So it's important to have this emotional intelligence and then to work with our emotions, because our emotions can definitely be shifted and can be shifted really, really easily. Like we need to identify where we are, what we are feeling, and then work with that so that we reach for a better feeling state. Like asking ourselves, who what do I want actually to feel instead of that, and starting to embody those other, you know, vibrations and emotions and states. But it's important to have this emotional intelligence. It's important to understand if I'm feeling really down because actually just 3 people bought so far and I was waiting for 20 people after, you know, one day into my launch. Or am I making these results mean something about where I am and what is possible for me next? This is emotional intelligence, meaning we get to look at our emotions, we get to understand what we are feeling, we get to understand why we are feeling what we are feeling, so then we can pivot and actually step into what we really want to feel. And the third thing that is really, really, really important is to have full clarity on the strategy. There is something actually, I'm looking at my notes. Maybe it's very important. It's important also to mention what do we do in order to tune into the feminine energy, because this is the theme, this is the topic of our conversation today. Like, if I'm feeling that I'm frantic, if I'm feeling that I'm overdoing things, I'm pushing, I'm just doing things because I'm feeling that there is a void that I need to feel because I'm not happy with the results that I'm seeing so far. This is something that is happening to most of the people in my world, like overdoing because of the fear that what was done so far was not enough, because a feeling of this void, like I have a void that I'm experiencing because I don't see still the results that I want to feel. So I don't know how to handle this void between the place where I am and the place where I want to be. There is a void. So as I don't know how to handle the void, I'm just throwing more doing in there. When we catch ourselves into this, the emotional intelligence is to know how to lean back. And the way we are leaning back is by doing anything that means, now I'm trusting that whatever I did according to my, you know, inner guidance, it's enough. And now I'm choosing to play. I'm choosing to do life. I'm choosing to enjoy the, you know, the moment. I'm choosing to go for a run. I'm choosing to go for a walk. I'm choosing to just have some time with my friends and chat and get some good laughs. I'm choosing to just have the bubble bath, right? This is leaning back, but only after we've done what felt exciting, what felt aligned, what felt like, yes, I really love to be doing this. I'm so excited to bring this in the world. I'm so excited to share about this. I'm so excited to put this out there. And then when we pass the limit of I'm excited into I think I should be doing this and I'm pushing myself into doing this even if I feel like I'm running already on low, then we should stop. And we should trust everything I've done is enough. It's going to, you know, to deliver, and now it's time for me to go and play. So that is how we are turning on the feminine receiving, by having this balance between doing, but knowing what is the limit of the inspired doing and where starts the manic doing. And then when manic doing starts, or even before that, we should catch ourselves and lean back. The third thing that will be helping us to maintain this balance, to achieve this balance, is to have clarity on exactly what are the strategic parts of our business growth, of our launches in this case. What are exactly the strategic parts? What am I supposed to be doing in alignment with who I am, you know, my energy, what I like to show up in my world and in front of my audience? What are exactly the strategic parts, so that once I feel I cover those, I can go and lean back. And for this part of the strategic elements, but also the part of the emotional intelligence strategy, we have the cash launch. So for those of you that will be watching this as a replay, I will just take a few moments now in order to talk to you about the cash launch. Thank you so much, Lisa. So happy that you are enjoying this, and I hope your mom is feeling better. So for those of you that wanted just to listen to this part, we are done. For those of you who want to hear about the cash launch, just one short reminder. The cash launch is starting on Monday. This will be a live program on everything launching as a spiritual entrepreneur, which means that we will be speaking about the clarity around how to create the offers in the most easeful, inspired and powerful way, how to decide your pricing, how to communicate your offers in a way that feels really emotional activating for your audience, how to create your launch flow, what are exactly the stages that are necessary and required for you to go through the promotion process in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming or spinning or doubtful, but in a very clear, simple but potent way. How to speak about your offers in a way that makes people buy, because it's an emotional decision. We need to know how to activate emotions. And then we'll also be speaking about how to choose the platforms. This is another thing, how to choose the platforms that are good for you in order to sell your programs and to run your launch. Some people will be going for Facebook, some people will be going for Instagram. We'll be speaking about the differences between the two, and we'll be speaking about how to use particularly Instagram and Insta stories, because I've been playing a lot with that lately and I quite enjoy it. And obviously we'll be speaking about the energetics and mindset of the launches, how we energetically hold the results that we want, and what is the emotional intelligence that we should start mastering, not only for our launches but for our business and life in general. But obviously it will be very focused on launches. So all this and much more will be covered in the 6 modules program that starts live on Monday. You get lifetime access. The program will be priced at $1,500 after Monday, but right now it's $777, and there are also extended payment plans. The price will go up tomorrow, and then it will double on the day of starting the program. I am super excited for all of you that already joined. I am so excited for this course because I learned so much in this past year, and I feel that everything that I will be sharing in there, it's something that represented a game changer for me in my business, in the ease of my launches, in how easily people are getting into my world and into my programs. So yeah, I'm very excited to share that with all of you. I will be dropping the link here in the comments for those of you that are interested in the program. As we were saying, this special price will be happening will be ending tomorrow night, so you have some time to get in still for this pricing. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this, and talk to you soon. Love you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.